We're going to look at how to implement an if statement using assembly language. So first of all, I will write my if statement code. This is ASM. And in it, I'm going to create a couple of sections. The first section is for my data. And in this data, I want to have a couple of different strings that can be printed out. So I got str1 and define bytes, and this is rbx is equal to rcx. And then we'll just throw a new line and a null termination. And then let's go ahead and copy that string and make a couple more copies of that string. So this one is less than, and this is greater than. All right, so then I'm going to assign some values to rbx and rcx, and then we can run different statements to compare them and see what happens. All right, next thing I want to do is I'm going to have a section text that just defines my start as a global. All right, so now I can have my start label, which will then allow us to go ahead and set our variables. We're really just loading registers, but this is how we do it. So we got move into rbx the value 5 and move into rcx the value 5. So we got two registers that are set, and so now we're going to compare those registers. And the way you do it is you have a comparison. So cmp rbx rcx. And what happens when you run this is suddenly it sets some flags that you can then look at later for jumping. So I'll compare the registers. All right, so where is it going to jump to? Well, I want it to jump into something where I'll print something. So if they're equal, then we'll have a flag right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a print statement. And so we need RSI to have the address of the string we're printing. So we'll just move into RSI. If they're equal, we want string 1, str1. And then we'll just do a jump from here, jump into maybe a print statement later. Next, we need to have a less than. So less than label, and we're going to have this move into RSI, the less than statement, which is string 2. And then we'll just jump to our print statement. And then we need a greater. And we'll move into RSI string 3 and jump. Okay, so now at this point we have the statements setting the different strings into RSI. Then it's jumping to the print statement. And the print statement will be right here. And at this point, we just print out what we need to print out. So we need to move into RAX the value of move RAX 1, which is the system call for the syswrite. So this is a syswrite. Next, we're going to move into RDI, the file descriptor of standard out. So this is a std out standard out, which is 1. And normally right here you move into RSI the string, but we already have it there, so we're good. So we're going to move into RDX the length of the string, RDX the length of the string, and if we go back up to the top, we can see that the string is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this right here is 10. So we got 10 and then a null termination. So we'll put the number 10 right here. So this is the length of the string. And at this point, we can just do a syscall. And then we can go ahead and exit our program. So we will move into RAX, syscall 60. And we're going to move into RDI, the return value of 0. And we'll do a syscall to end the program. All right. Now, we don't actually have it doing what it's supposed to do yet because we don't have anything happening after this comparison. So after you compare, you can decide, what are you going to do? Well, if we decide that they are equal, we can do a jump equal. And jump equal, and we'll just jump to equal. Let's go ahead and jump equal. You could also do a jump less than, or you can do less than or equal to LE, but just less than right here to less. And we could jump greater than or equal, or just jump greater than to greater. Now, if none of these match, which wouldn't actually happen, then it would just continue on to equal and keep running. So just be aware of that. So you might want to have some kind of a jump statement right here. Maybe we have an exit down here. Exit. And then you can just jump to exit right here instead, so it doesn't print anything out. JMP exit. All right. So using this right here, we can see how to set the variables. Right here, you can see how they're compared with the CMP, how the jumps happen, and then what you do, and then continue on. So let's go ahead and test this out. Right now, they're both set to 5, so it should print out equal. So I'm going to go ahead and create a makefile and make it really simple. All I need to do is just compile this thing and run it. So I got if statement, and we need to make sure that changes every time if statement dot o changes. And the way you do that, convert them, is you link it with LD if statement dot o minus o if statement. All right, then we got the if statement dot o is going to be updated every time if statement dot asm updates, and that is using NASM. To assemble it, you want to do as an elf64, and we are taking in the if statement dot asm, and we are writing it out to if statement dot o. All right, so that looks like all we need. So we'll just do make, and it runs, and then I can type in if statement and see if it does print out RBX equals RCX. I also happen to have another terminal right here, so I can go into my code. So Emacs in the code right there. And let's change it to make this one 3. So RBX is now less than RCX. Go back here, run make, run it again, and then it says is less than. And I can go ahead and change this to greater than. So RBX should now be greater than RCX. I'll recompile it and rerun it. And you can see now it is greater than. So this is how you do these jumps. So you got this comparison, and then you jumps, and they jump to labels. So hope that helps you with understanding how if statements work.